laudable services that are of remarkable usefulness to those that are interested. Tourism could also be defined as providing services and products that meet the needs of buyers. Tourism could also be defined in other way as people that are of creative mind that could come up with different services and products that could meet the needs of buyers. Those that are buyers are referred to as tourists. And tourism is business opportunity that have created services and products that meet the needs of tourists. So that tells you quite well that tourism is economically related, business oriented venture that enables whoever that has creative ideas that could turn into services and products that meet the needs of tourists. That is the reason why we can now be able to see how relevant tourism is of all sectors. We have different sectors of tourism. That is, each segment that provided products, services that are of interest to tourists. But before we go into different segments of tourism, it's also important for us to know that there are two important subsectors that we have within tourism as a business. We have domestic tourism, we also have international tourism. Now, when we have people of like minds that have been able to provide services, products that could meet the needs of buyers and give them satisfaction within a particular geographical location that exists within a country or within a community or within a local government area, that is defined as a domestic tourism. How do I mean? When services and products are being created by the same indigenous or residents for the same people living within that same geographical location, either in the community or within the state or within the nation, that those that are patronizing such services and products are also indigent or residents of that same geographical location, then they are practicing what we call domestic tourism. And it is a prelude to international tourism, because if the government and the people in the community has been able to harness the opportunities that nature has created and they turn into a remarkable and friendly product and services that of interest to the indigene and the resident themselves, to their attractions, and they will be lovable to be able to pay for, that enough creates a business opportunity for those that have ventured into bringing such services within that community. And when they have high patronage of people of like minds within that same geographical location or community, then they are practicing what we refer to as domestic tourism. As it's been done in China. In China as a whole, they've been able to harness all the natural gift endowments that God has provided within their geographical location. From each state, will I say each province, they've been able to develop it in such a way that even they themselves that are residents and indigenous, the Chinese, they also go all the way from one state to another, patronizing these centers that have been created that provided these laudable, interesting, attractive services and products to their own admiration and to their own satisfaction. The exchange that is they pay for such services wholeheartedly, and they have satisfaction for it. And by so doing, the government has been able to generate large sums of revenue from the development of their domestic tourism, because the multiplier effect of such business opportunities is enormous. Where a tourist center has been created as a tourist trap, whereby the indigenes also troop in to enjoy themselves, you can imagine what kind of different services that will go along with such business trap environment created. If you have the food vendor, you are going to have those that are selling recharge cards. You are going to have those that actually are providing like the hospitality businesses, those that have the guest houses, those that have the hotels for accommodations for those that have come from different states that wants to put up within that environment. You have different entertainment centers. You have different facilities that are provided within that tourist trap that are being patronized by those that have come to enjoy themselves as tourists within that domestic environment. By so doing, they are practicing what we call domestic tourism. And it goes a long way, because the money they are using is still within their own economy, and money is exchanging hands. The services that are being provided is buyer